Ruto, being Ruto, might want to pick a docile person. Unajua wale watu unaambiwa huyu hapo kimpatia chakula hata sumbua. You know, someone like my DVD
wakishiba
wasumbuagi, yeah. Someone like my DVD, that's one of wakishiba wasumbuagi, or Kithure Kindiki.
The type of person she is, her personality, she's not sit down and shut up type of person.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she's a strong woman.
She's a go-getter.
She's a strong
and part of it is that because there's people behind who are pushing. So you know all of that stuff was done on purpose. Yeah. You know, it's like you sit here, make sure you're seen everywhere. If you see me going, you're there, you talk, you know, you go to the stations, you speak at the stations, blah blah blah, and so that you're seen in every facet of the game. And it gives you that public persona to everybody outside, and internally here kwa county we'll work our magic.
Yeah, but who now do you see, if not Gladys Wanga, then who do you see as President Ruto selecting?
I mean, I hear all the people who have been talked of, but if he was to go with a woman who is quote unquote not a Luo, it may sound crazy, but I'd say Waiguru.
Okay, all right. Now, the other thing is, if let's say Gachagua gets impeached and gets removed from office,
yes,
who's replacing Gachagua, and what's the logic behind who'll replace Gachagua? Who do you have in mind? Let me start with you, Mike, and then I'm gonna come to Omosh and Mika. Who are there 2-3 people that you have in mind who Ruto is thinking about?
This one. Okay, I will go with what Mijungu was saying. One was Waikulu.
Yeah.
Because that one is a soft choice. It's a very neutral choice. It's not. But
what does it bring to the table? Does it bring back Mount Kenya?
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah.
Because
Rigathi is gonna be on the other side.
Because remember, even Waikulu betrayed who? UK.
Waikulu betrayed UK. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that one, I'm yet to see what the impact would be. Any person that would accept anything probably from the mountain would either be fully deep, Kamodo-esque. So Machungwa, Nyororo. But Nyororo is quiet.
Nyororo is quiet, yeah.
Right? So it would have to be somebody, but you can see that the groundswell in Central Murima is not happy. So who? You're like, okay. And then also, here's another thing. They probably will not get anyone from ODM because already dockets already they got
Wameja. They've taken
umepata treasury, minerals. You imeja because there was a talk of Gladys Wanga, but I don't know. Then there is
I don't see her
Kindiki.
resigning as a governor to come into that position. I don't see her.
Then there's a probability of Kindiki.
You
remember how they made him, how during Njeke came out?
Mount Kenya, is it Mount Kenya East or West?
Yes, that one. Yeah. Until they came out and let me tell you, if they came out, if you become ordained,
so they don't have ordained.
If you're ordained, there's no public career. Uhuru became ordained by the virtue of the what he did when he came out and spoke up during 2007. And behind the scenes, people said, "Tutaenda na huyu."
Yeah.
You don't come and verbalize it. You don't come out and say, leo tumechagua Ali. It's by virtue of who you are, people walking around you or whatever. Then people will present you like this, the guy.
Okay.
So Kindiki maybe, but it's gonna be tough.
So can Kindiki beba the Murima by himself?
No.
Being from Tharaka-Nithi?
No.
Okay.
No.
Sawa. So interesting.
Yeah.
Omosh, you're talking about Gladys Wanga and not thinking she'd resign to become a deputy president.
Here's the thing. Like, she has a good thing going, which is a sure thing.
Yeah.
You go in there, it's not sure because then your protection is not going to be the person who you're working with. It's going to be the person who you're supposed to be working on behalf of.
Okay.
And that protection is based upon the relationship that person has with the person you're working with.
Mm-hmm.
It can get dicey. It's not a sure thing.
See, sure bet.
Meaning you'll come in and you might be the one who's got egg on your face and then you can't backtrack. Juu ukishaingia huko, si ati vile saa ati unapiga.
Or you can't change your mind.
Unapiga. No, I mean like you go in, then sasa now things don't work out, then what? Do you do rewind selector?
No, you can't. It's an irreversible reaction.
Correct.
Yeah.
I mean, so, but it's a heck of an opportunity because you would be the first
Is
woman.
it really?
You'd be the first woman.
But
It's a
Yeah,
heck,
but
I mean, that's why
Remember this.
that's why I was saying all those
Remember-
other things. Go ahead, Mika.
No, sikukata, but nakwambia tu remember,
Yes.
there is a guy who was a VP, and he undermined his boss.
Yes.
So he understands how that position can be used.
Correct. I get what you're saying. And the other part to it is that with the type of not character, the type of person she is, her personality, she's not sit down and shut up type of person.
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she's a strong woman.
She's a go-getter.
She's a
And
strong
part of it
personality.
is that because there's people behind who are pushing. So all of that stuff was done on purpose.
Yeah.
It's like you sit here, make sure you're seen everywhere. If you see me going, you're there, you talk, you go to the stations, you speak at the stations, blah blah blah, and so that you're seen in every facet of the game. And it gives you that public persona to everybody outside, and internally here, Kwa County, we'll work our magic.
Yeah, but who now do you see, if not Gladys Wanga, then who do you see
As
President Ruto selecting?
I mean, I hear all the people who have been talked of, but if he was to go with a woman who is quote unquote not a Luo, it may sound crazy, but I'd say Waiguru.
Okay, all right. Mika, I'm going to come to you. Who do you think is going to be picked as VP by President Ruto in case Rigathi gets impeached?
Honestly, Ali, I think they had somebody in mind, and I think he was thinking about Kindiki. But just the response that came out from Mount Kenya MPs, I think that is shaky right now. I will not lie that I know or I have an idea what's going to happen because, as you said, Kenya has become so fast that whatever was relevant in the morning, by the week is irrelevant hata kidogo. Hata kidogo.
Imekuwa kaa currency ya Zimbabwe.
Yeah. Alafu today has had to make them go back to the drawing board. Had to really make them go to the drawing board. And then me, I'm thinking here also, why is ODM risking itself so much in this? So they could have silently sat back in the silence and tell you guys, sort your mess. Tuliwasaidia, nyinyi sotini. Right? They had everywhere to do that. Hawakukuwa na right ya kuingilia impeachment. Ilikuwa ni kazi ya UDA. Hao wangepiga kura parliament wakisupport UDA na maisha yaendelea. Hawafai kuwa wanaongea, but they are very loud and they're talking.
Yeah, I think like personally, like having been a Baba supporter for a very, very long time, I think some of the like some of the kingpins or some of the like the establishment people are reading the signs of time, and they're already seeing the party dying. So I think they're making a calculation: do we wait and see it die a slow death, or do we take a money heist on our way out? And I honestly think, like maybe because these are very savvy political individuals, I don't think they would just make this political maneuver knowing it's gonna kill the party without some reasoning going behind it. And I think there was a difference. There was definitely a difference in opinion in the leadership, as clearly has been demonstrated. But then, you have these ones who are saying, our time is now. Let's take this money heist and go, because 2027 has become a very, very unpredictable space. I personally don't know who the president will select in case DP gets impeached. But I have a feeling, because this I think is gonna be, like the way political is usually first half of the term and then second half. I think this one is gonna be in 3/3. I think what sport goes, because a lot of sports need 4 quarters. So this one, I think it's gonna be 3/3. So we are done with the first third. There's a second third, which now we are in. We just started, and then there will be the final third, which is what will determine the formations for 2027. So I think in this second third, my thinking, Ruto being Ruto might want to pick a docile person. Unajua leo watu unaambiwa huyu hapo kimpatia chakula hata sumbua. Someone like MaDVD
wakishiba
wasumbuagi, yeah. Someone like MaDVD, that's one of wakishiba wasumbuagi, or Kithure Kindiki pia. Kithure pia is not someone who'll sumbua, but they both don't have the political clout or the political numbers needed. Now I think in the third is where maybe they're gonna do another maneuver to try to get someone now who will bring in the numbers. And this is all speculation. We don't know what's gonna happen.
No, I was gonna say, I think also let us consider that probably the pot from which he can pull from has dramatically shrunk.
Yeah, Amerusha Joker.
It has dramatically shrunk because of, it's like not wanting to be affiliated with.
Yes. Yeah,
I think you'll just have to. I think at this point you'll just have to pick his pick who he had decided before they went on this impeachment. Yeah, because if he starts looking around and starts picking up somebody, it will show a lack of control, an acknowledgement of weakness, and that will not look good on him.
Yeah, because like it's either that or this motion and everything is thrown out, and DP continues and Gachagua continues.
Oh yeah, Gachagua continues. Yeah,
but the pool itself is so small because somebody was telling me that they do it. To be associated with him is like taking the poison. It's like
it's bad for your brand now.
It's a poison pill.
It's become a toxic.
It's taking a poison pill.
Yeah.
So not many want to be.
Yeah.
And especially like from Murema.
Yes.
No. You have a few who might say tutachukua.
Yeah.
But there's that one person that will have to say ni sawa.
So now I've seen a lot of Nyeri members of parliament, now like lining back to back DP Gachagua. Is that happening across Murima, or is that just mostly Nyeri County?
For now, it's just Nyeri County.
Yeah.
But eventually we shall see.
It will start spreading,
because like now, again, things are happening, like Mika was saying, things are happening in the morning. Yeah. It's like this. Afternoon, I'll have Vindu Vichenjanga.
Okay.
We shall see what happens, because now if it depends on now how the voices, initially the ones that were UDA and were pro Kerea, if they're going to dissent, if they're going to say, you know what, no, we're going to stand with our person.
Yeah.
Of course, there comes our people thing. Or they're going to go with Ruto.
Okay, so I want to